The gaming space is growing really fast, from consoles to VR to cloud gaming and now blockchain gaming. If you don't know about all forms of gaming, then are you really a gamer? Blockchain Universe, virtual reality experts and gamers. Come to our events and join our community. Check us out at blockchainuniverse.com.
And we are live. Hello. Let me just double check, make sure we're live in alt space. But hello, everyone who is joining us on the stream. Welcome to another fantastic week of Crypto Mondays in VR. We're going to have an awesome talk with the CEO of Lgo, Hugo, here. He's in the room with us. Hugo, how are you?
I'm very good. What about you?
I'm good. I'm doing just fine. It's just another Monday, like you said, long day. But yeah, how give them some info here.
Yeah, for sure. So Lgo, so it's a company that we started 3 years ago with my business partner Frédéric Montagnon. We started from the beginning as a bridge between two worlds, and you can see that in a lot of different aspects of what we do. So first, we're French and we're American, so we're bridging the Atlantic Ocean. We are catering, we're taking care of institutional clients, and we did an ICO, so we have both. We touch both ends of the cryptocurrency space, and we have young and old people. So I'm on the younger end of the spectrum, and we have older people that work for us. So like definitely working as a hybrid company. That's what defines us. Our core business, what we do is that we have an exchange and an OTC platform, an electronic OTC platform, on which we have institutional clients that trade. We're Europe's largest institutional trading platform. We have something around 60 institutional clients that trade Bitcoin, stablecoin, Tether on our platform electronically, mostly crypto natives. So that's the core business. And one thing which is keeping us busy these days is something that we're doing on our token. So we're trying to be active in the DeFi space and always trying to give more utility to our token holders and to our token. And something that we're launching on Thursday is a liquidity rewards program, where we give away LGO tokens to people that, let's say, bring liquidity on the LGO token on decentralized exchanges. So that's in a nutshell what keeps us busy these days.
Awesome. I'm so excited. So, all right. So I heard you guys have a couple new, features and or news coming out. What's expanding? What can people look forward when it comes to LGO?
Yep. So first, you can look at the I would say there's three different things. The first one is when you look at how our clients can interact with us. So we started as a spot exchange. 2 weeks ago, we launched an OTC platform. So it's a very different way to trade with different clients and different opportunities as well. So, that's another thing that we've added, and we're really looking forward to seeing this platform grow. We have a lot of interest from our current clients and from other clients. We've been expanding this platform a lot in South America, where we're quite active in crypto remittance and cross-border payments through this platform. So that's something that will gain traction in the next couple of months. I would say the second vertical on which we're active is on kind of helping the traditional world getting into the world of crypto. And today we're doing that with CBDC. So we're extremely involved in CBDC, especially in France. We're going to work with one of the top tier banks and with the French central bank on kind of issuing one of the first euro stablecoin, which is backed by a central bank.
Ooh, a euro stablecoin. I like that one.
Well, that's a big one. That's a big project on which we've been working. We're working with a consortium of cryptocurrency companies and this French bank. Which is one of the top French banks. So that's something that will probably go live, beginning of 2021. But that's the second kind of thing that we're doing. And the third one is, as I mentioned, kind of making sure that our token and our token holder community has access to our products, that the token is well represented in the DeFi space. So always trying to kind of innovate on this side, not only innovate for our institutional clients, but also innovate for our token holders.
Okay, so I heard you. One of the things that kind of caught my attention when you were talking about cross-border payments and helping people who are, I guess, new to this community get in. What kind of sets you guys aside from all the other on-ramping system? What makes me want to go to LGO?
Yeah. So the first important thing is that the way we built our business is we started with institutions as the core client base of what we offer, which is kind of rare in this space. I mean, when you look at most platforms, they start with a retail, a retail client base, and then they expand and they set up a kind of an institutional task force. That's not really how we've done it. We've done it the other way. So we've built our product for institutions. And so you can see that in a lot of different stuff. So first, in terms of client service, I think we have one of the best client service. A lot of people can tell you that, granted. But still, like we have our 60 institutional clients. They've been trading with us since the beginning. Like we have a very strong retention in terms of clients. They always come back to us. We build with them. We build for them. So that's one thing that we have, which is an asset. We don't have millions of clients. We have 60. And so we can really build for them. And so that's a big value added. Second one is our technology. In 18 months of operation, our execution engine, so the core of the exchange, the most important aspect in terms of performance, in terms of resilience, has never been down a single time. And we've been through a number of
I guess you guys are ahead of Coinbase then, huh?
Yeah, in terms of resilience of our execution engine, yes, that's correct. So that's like if you're a hedge fund, if you're an algo hedge fund and you're trading algorithmically, well, you want your platforms to not be down, essentially, be up all the time. And it's always, it's like Murphy's Law. The platforms are always down when it's the worst moment to them to be down. So that's something that we've built with our track record. And number three, for our clients, it's the liquidity. So and let's say the transaction costs as a whole. Our business is about having a lot of transactions at a low cost, because our clients, they're very cost sensitive. They don't want to pay like 30 bips per trade. They want to pay much less, and they want to have like a high level of liquidity and to be able to do large trades. And so we spend a good amount of time and we've built good relationships to kind of make sure that our clients are always able to get good prices on large trades. So we have a partnership with B2C2, which is public. So B2C2, which is one of the largest liquidity provider in the space. And so that's how we kind of make sure that our clients have the best service.
Okay, so it sounds like overall you guys are more personal with your clients. You give them more of an attention, and you're reliable compared to other, bigger institutions when it comes to resilience. Like you said, you guys have never been offline, and that's something that we've seen with other exchanges, usually when they are bigger. So because you guys are smaller and more personal, and you have, dedicated clients, that's kind of like a perk. It's like going to a private gym versus a commercial gym. So that's a good trade-off. Okay, so let me see, Hugo. So how long have you guys been in the space? I remember you said you mentioned at the beginning, but give me kind of like a roadmap of how you guys started and built your reputation up until now.
Yeah, so we started in I would say in early 2017. Like the idea, the beginning of the idea was early 2017. So before the bubble and before...
So you're one of the few companies that, like, out of the 99% of scams were like legit.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. That's like we've done an ICO and we're one of the few projects that actually delivered a working product and are still there, and we're very...
Oh man, how did I not come across your ICO? I should have got another one. I got scammed out of everything I invested. I think 3 of them were okay, but continue.
No, yeah, that's the tough reality of this market. But yeah, we like from the beginning, we've always made sure to kind of give our token holders what they deserve, which is a good product first, and then a good and a healthy ecosystem around the token, which is something that we're working on. So the journey to where we are. So we started early 2017 around one specific idea, which was that one of the biggest problem at the time around in the cryptocurrency market was a problem of transparency. So I don't know if you remember, but at the time you had a lot of fake volume, fake trades, front running by exchanges. I mean, we were not so Mt. Gox was not so long ago, So you had this kind of mistrust of exchanges, and we thought we could solve that with technology. So technology in terms of technology to solve security problems and technology to solve transparency problems. And so that's really the basis of what we wanted to build. To build like this kind of venue where anybody can trade with full transparency, full security, and somehow you don't have to trust us, you just have to trust the code. So that's the kind of the vision at the beginning. And so we built this protocol, which is called the Ngo Protocol, which is still live today. Where basically,
I'm sorry, what was the protocol again? One more time?
The Lgo Protocol.
Lgo Protocol, okay.
And so this protocol, what it does, it's very simple. Well, basically, it gives a notable proof of every trade that happens on our platform. So if you trade on Coinbase, for instance, you have to somehow rely on Coinbase to actually give you the actual trades, the actual volume numbers. You have to test them. For us, it's not the case. For us, we have a technology which makes it impossible for us to rely on our numbers and to rely on trades and to rely on volumes. And so since day one, our activity has been audited and then publicly available on a website, which is called the LGO node. So if you want to go there, it's lgono.de. And so you have all our trading activity, which is there and which is stored in the Bitcoin blockchain. That's a caveat, but essentially that's this protocol is at the core of what we started to do. So to bring transparency in the exchange world. Then we kind of talked to a lot of people, and we realized that the best way to finance this venture, and to get traction was to do an ICO. So that's something that we were one of the first few ICOs in France at the time, and I think that to this date we're still the biggest one. So that's a process that took us 6 months. The public sale was in February 2018, and in total we raised around 3,600 Bitcoin. So that was like a big part of 2017 and early 2018, and then from there on we built. So it took us 1 year to build the exchange. That gives you like an idea on the complexity of the platform and the complexity of the technology, which is at stake. So we spent a lot of time building, creating initial relationships, and we launched the exchange 18 months ago. And since then, it's been nonstop. So adding more clients, offering more features, offering more more liquidity and getting more clients. And so that takes us to today.
So give me a little bit of a rundown on what options you guys offer for LGO on your exchange.
Yeah, so essentially there's 2 options to trade, but within these options you have sub options. So I'm going to start with the main one. So if you want to trade on our exchange, so it's a spot exchange, very simple. You can place market limit orders, like very simple stuff. But it's done in a very performant way and very resilient way, right? So we do one thing, but we do it well. That's kind of what we try to live by. So you can trade on the spot exchange. We have some financing capabilities which are attached to that. So you can trade on the exchange just like a regular spot exchange. You deposit your coins, you trade, you withdraw. But for some clients, we allow them to trade on margin. We allow them to have deferred settlement. We lend coins to them so that they can trade. So it's important for our clients that have, that are, for instance, hedge funds that have they have a need for a very high capital efficiency. So we offer them. So it's like kind of a financing arm which is attached to our trading business. So that's number one feature. And then if you don't want to trade on the spot exchange, you can trade on our OTC platform or with our OTC desk, which is a little bit of a different way to trade. So, essentially clients come to us, they say, hey, I'd like to buy, 1,000 Ether. What's your price in euro? So we give them a price. So that's done electronically, automatically through our system. We give them a price, accept the price, and then after that we settle. So that's two different ways to trade for different kinds of clients and investors. But yeah, that's the scope of what we offer.
Interesting. So I had a question on the top of my head just now regarding DeFi. So DeFi is a pretty hot topic right now. Everybody's into the DeFi wave, I guess you could say. Do you guys offer, besides your exchange, you guys offer any other financial products?
So right now, no, but there's a lot of things that we think of which can be tied around DeFi. So first off, I think personally, and the team as well agrees with me. The subject of DeFi is extremely strong. I mean, essentially what DeFi is saying is that finance is just a line of code, and that's absolutely true.
Finance is just a line of code. I feel like I've heard that before, but now that you said it, I like it a lot.
I hope I didn't take it from someone, but it's genuinely, it's like it's something that we think. So everything every service that you do eventually that you have with the bank, can be automated through lines of codes. And there's no reason why these lines of codes cannot live on a autonomous permissionless ecosystem, which is a blockchain ecosystem. So you think of a bank, well, it's difficult to access, it's expensive, there's a lot of inefficiencies. You get to the very core of what they offer, whether it's yield, whether it's security around your funds, whether it's an exchange capability. You put that in a line of code, you put that in a smart contract. This is DeFi, but it's a whole other world, and it's a complete revolution. So this is something that we love as a team and that we would like eventually to work on. So although we don't have a specific product yet, something that we're launching, which is kind of a first step in this phase, is the liquidity rewards program. So rather than building a product, we want to make sure that our community and the people that hold Lgo tokens are already using DeFi products. The idea being that if we have a good community of people that use these products already, when we launch one, we'll have a first set of users, and it's going to be very powerful for the ecosystem. So one thing that we're doing and that we're launching on Thursday, it's this Lgo liquidity rewards. Very simple. If you're using Uniswap, you go to the Lgo token ETH Uniswap, and you can provide liquidity. And by providing liquidity, you'll get some Uni tokens. Well, what we do is that if you stake those Uni tokens with us, so we have a platform for that. If you stake those Uni tokens with us, you get rewards in our own native Lgo tokens. And so this way, we incentivize people to bring liquidity on Uniswap on our token. So that's more liquidity for the token, which is good for everyone in our ecosystem. And two, we make sure that our community is used to the DeFi space, is educated to the space, and we make sure that more and more Lgo token holders are also DeFi product holders. And if this is a success, it's good for our token holders, but it's also good for us as a business because we know that we have a good case in building a DeFi product. So that's kind of the idea, and that's how we think about expanding our offer to DeFi.
Oh, well, I mean, I look forward to it. I do think DeFi has a very strong hold in the space. A lot of DeFi is a mixture between traditional finance and upcoming currencies and online finance, and it's something that I've noticed that a lot of people aren't particularly comfortable with switching 100% digital or going crypto. So they like that traditional finance aspect, and I think that DeFi will do very good. And like your company, Lgo Group, you guys seem to have both traditional and new financial approaches, which I think people are comfortable with. Don't you agree?
Yeah, I mean the hybrid aspect has been I think it's key because revolutions don't happen in one day. And you look at today internet, there's still a lot of business that are talking about going digital in terms of internet and getting a website, like that's
right.
Which is a technology which is more than 20 years old. So we're talking about Bitcoin is a technology that is 10 years old, but the adoption of blockchain is something which is much more recent. And so you need to have this hybrid approach if you want to build a product that people will use in the end. And that's what we try to do, to get the best of both worlds, to craft a product around that, and to ship it to people that actually need those products.
Awesome. So tell me where people can find you, where they can figure out more information about Lgo Group if they're interested.
So on our website, so our website is lgo.group, or otherwise on Twitter, Lgo Group _, and that's it. That's where we put everything.
Okay, so I have one question here from the chat. Someone's asking, I guess, what would you recommend for on-ramping someone to cryptocurrency, not particularly Bitcoin, but crypto in general?
So in terms of solutions, it really depends on who you are as an investor. I mean, if you're an institutional client and you're looking at how much you spend, so like 1% matters to you, to your performance, then I would suggest that you go to an OTC desk, to an OTC platform such as ours. You just ask us for a trade, and then we'll do the on-ramp for you. So for instance, you want to buy ETH, BTC, whatever it is, just tell us that you'd like to buy $1 million worth of ETH. We'll find this ETH and we'll make it for you. So we'll sell it to you. So that's the more institutional way, which is it's a bit more efforts, right? You need to onboard. There's a process. It's a bit longer, even though we try to make it as user-friendly as possible. But if you're a large trader and you care about the cost that you're paying, then I think that's the best way to do it. Now, the other side of the spectrum is like you're a bit of a small player. You want to spend $100, $500, $1,000, and you want to have a very seamless experience. Well, like the experience of Coinbase, it's expensive, right? You pay a few percents on your on-ramp, but it's very easy to do. You can do it from your phone. You can link your bank accounts. That's seamless. So it really depends on who you are as an investor and how much you like. What's the balance between UX and in ease of use and price on the other end.
Awesome. Next question. What's on the next roadmap?
What's on the next roadmap? So that's a good question. So first, I think I touched on that. Our motto is to do a few things, but to do it extremely well and to be recognized in these different fields. So that's something that we've done in the spot exchange field. Now that's something that we're doing on the OTC side. So there's a product that we can do on the OTC side. So in terms of products, we can add more liquidity, add more pairs, which is something that we're doing. We can add more ways to distribute it. So for now, we have a very simple platform. But as I mentioned, we're working with a lot of clients in South America for to help their remittance business, to help their cross-border payment business. So just crafting a product that's making it more accessible, making the platform more accessible to these guys. It's an iteration in and of itself, and it's something which can create a ton of value for us as a business, but also for our clients and for the ecosystem in general. So that's kind of what how we think, like expand the product and make it even more usable to clients. And I think something else which is on our roadmap is to have a strategy on DeFi, so to have a first product, or at least to have a roadmap on the DeFi. That's on the roadmap.
I got one more question from Altspace here. What makes LGO better than other DeFi tokens?
So I would say what makes us better is that we have a centralized component, right? So that's the hybrid the hybrid component. When you look at DeFi, it's a big space now, and it's grown a lot in the past few weeks and / the past few months. I mean, what we see, it's really impressive in terms of volume traded and amount stacked, but it doesn't compare to what you exchange on centralized platforms. Centralized platforms are still much bigger today in terms of volume traded, in terms of total value locked, in terms of people that use it. DeFi, it's only 10,000 people, and crypto, it's like 20-30 million people. So it doesn't it's still very small compared to the centralized aspect. And so us, LGO, as a hybrid company and with a hybrid token, we can get kind of this firepower that you have in the centralized world, this scale, this volume, this AUM in general, the amount of money which is in the centralized world, and we can bring it to the decentralized space. And by doing that, we can be the bridge, and that's this hybrid vision, which is extremely powerful, and that I think sets us very differently from other DeFi tokens.
Awesome. Let me see if we have any more questions before we sign off here. Let me just check the other chat. We look good. All right. It looks like anyone else in alt space have any questions? Let me just double check my host here. I think that's it. All right, Hugo, thank you so much for joining us. You guys, make sure to find them at lgo.group or on Twitter, like he mentioned earlier. If you guys are interested in either on-ramping or just getting into the exchange, lgo.group is a great place for you guys to check out. And of course, eventually look out for potential DeFi products in the future because they are getting into that space. But thank you again, Hugo, for joining us.
Thank you very much for having me. It was a pleasure.
Thank you. You guys take care. We're out of here. Make sure to check us out every Monday.